Hey everybody, we're at HIMSS 2018 in sunny Las Vegas and beautiful Venetian. They won't let me on the gondolas for something about a weight restriction. So we're going to head inside and see if we can talk to people about some cool technology in healthcare IT. Alright, let's go see. Alright, we have made our way to the Nutanix booth here at HIMSS 18. And I'm standing here with my good friend Dustin Segura. Dustin, welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thanks.
Alright, and Dustin, besides getting confused with me on the expo floor all the time, what do you do for Nutanix?
So I'm responsible for our healthcare solutions and alliances, which kind of breaks down into Nutanix's relationships with the healthcare industry vendors like the Epics and Cerners, the Meditechs, in addition to making sure that our products are actually fit for the healthcare providers out in the field. So whatever we can do to make sure that a hospital is capable of consuming Nutanix in a very specific healthcare fashion, that's kind of falls under my umbrella.
All right, now that we got your full resume, we got hospital IT or healthcare IT coming up to you at the booth this week, Dustin.
Sure.
What's the what are they looking for? What are they asking about?
I think every conversation with the hospital starts off with, how do we properly do VDI in our data center? Customers are used to XenApp or remote application delivery of their EMR, their PAC systems, and they're wanting to kind of continue to take that next step into like a full clinical container that houses all of their applications, all their data, all their user profile information. So a lot of the conversations start off with, how do we do VDI properly? Or we've already got a VDI project that's underway, and we're noticing performance impacts. We're seeing boot storms. We're seeing issues with logon, printer creation, things along those lines. And so our conversation typically starts with how do we support VDI better? And that's kind of where Nutanix comes in and fits very well with Citrix. We have been known to provide a lot of benefits to VDI deployments that are already existing, or new VDI deployments that might be having a little bit of trouble getting off the ground.
Now, is it just performance, or is there a simplicity factor to what Nutanix is doing? And I'm thinking specifically with Instant On.
Yeah. There's a simplicity factor as well. There's numerous benefits, all the way back to security. If we're talking simplicity, it could be from the lines of reducing the amount of infrastructure required to run a VDI environment. I think we're all kind of used to the SAN and the storage network and the physical servers that are all required. That can take up multiple racks in the data center very, very quickly, and Nutanix is known from a simplicity perspective to reduce that, just because we reduce the need for that traditional three-tier architecture, right?
Right.
So we collapse everything down.
Hyper-converged infrastructure collapses everything down, and then I see connecting with Citrix Cloud here on the screen. We're talking Nutanix Instant On for Citrix Cloud. What, automating the connection to a cloud connector for Citrix?
Yeah, absolutely. Even if we're not using Citrix Cloud, we've got integrations into machine creation services and provisioning services, so that as the desktop administrator is going through and creating desktops, they don't really have to look into all the plugins required to connect to Nutanix in the back end. If you take that to Citrix Cloud, the same story kind of resonates there. We've kind of built the integration along with your development and engineering team to make sure that the Nutanix infrastructure is capable of powering anything that the customer actually wants to do in the Citrix Cloud. So from a simplicity perspective, it could be many different things. It could be infrastructure simplicity. It could be simplicity with regards to the data center and desktop guys actually building out the Citrix desktops, or putting things in the Citrix Cloud itself.
Awesome. So if we were to kind of distill this down into a single sound bite, so Nutanix Instant On, Citrix Cloud, security, simplicity, sexy. Right?
I like it.
All right, there you go. All right, from the HIMSS 18 Expo floor, Sean Donahue, Citrix, and Dustin Segura, Nutanix. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Sean.
Nice, buddy.
Nice.
All right.
You've done this before.